Shalom, Yasharala. I want to give infinite honors to my Heavenly Father, my great King, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to my teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shai, pushing his truth across the four winds in this final hour. I came across this clip about Esau spewing the thoughts of his mind. Uh, he wants universal supremacy, okay? He feels that he's conquered the earth and he's fulfilling his enterprise here on the earth, and he got his eyes set on the universe. And the thing about it, you can't get mad because of his thought pattern. All right, that's how we're supposed to be looking at the universe. All of Yahweh Shema Shai's creation. All right, when he created the Israelites, he created them to have dominion over everything, over all of Yahweh Shem Shai's creation behind our great king. And our great king told us he was going to let his elect be joint heirs and rule with him. Okay? But Esau understands the blessing. He understands the blessing that he gave away, that he sold for uncooked meat. And he's trying to get it back. And when you listen to this dialogue that these devils are having, they're talking about imperialism, ruling, and dominion, not just on this planet, but in the quasars, all right? They have their eyes set on the universe. Now, we're going to go through the scriptures and show that, hey, it's going to be mischievous madness, all right? They're not going to fulfill that enterprise. Hell, they're not even going to fulfill the enterprise that they think that they're going to fulfill on the earth. But I want to bring out the, the, the correlation, well, it's not a correlation, the contrast the contrast to how Israelites think, all right, 2/3 of our people, and how so-called white people think. All they think about is having dominion and ruling. And our people have been so brainwashed and duped. When you hear the subject matter of our people's conversations, for the most part, it's all about being workers, servants, going to their universities, going to them for everything and wanting everything. And their thought of prospering and living good has to go through the so-called white man. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to send my son to school. See, that's what philosophy does. That's what Western philosophy does. All right? It takes away your thinking capacity to think critical and analytically. It takes away you wanting to be at the top of the totem pole, and it dumbs you down for you to be for the your high expectation is to be a well-nourished slave in your oppressor society. Okay? And it's an end for that. That's why the elect of Yahweh Shema Shai, the men that is in this truth, the hopeful elect, us and the elites of this society think the same way. All right? We're in a tug of war for dominion, all right, of the planet Earth, and we're going to get it because we have prophecy on our side. But when you listen to these devils, if you're in reality and the Most High is giving you eyes to see and ears to hear, it pisses you off to see the way this devil thinks, man. So I'm gonna play this clip and bring out some valid points, and I'm gonna funnel it through the spirit, I'm gonna funnel it through the scriptures, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. Lord willing and satisfying to the hearers.
NASA is currently hiring 24 theologians to participate in its program at Princeton University that convenes theologians, scientists, scholars, and policymakers alike.
A theologian, the word theologian is derived, theology is derived from the Greek word theos. That's a lot of places where you see the word God in the scriptures. It's that word theos, all right? And logian, theology means the study of, and logian means student, all right? So a theologian is somebody who's when you break down that word, someone who studies the Most High. All right. And these people are not theologians. All right. Who the people that this society deems theologians are not theologians. All right. They don't know the Most High. They don't know how to break down his scriptures accurately. Okay. These people are devils. All right. Satanists. Okay. The real theologians are the servants of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay.
To assess how the public would react to alien life on other planets. According to Cambridge priest and theologian Dr. Andrew Davidson, who will be one of the 24 hired, we are getting closer to finding life on other planets. And says, quote, non-religious people also seem to overestimate the challenges that religious people would experience if faced with evidence of alien life. While self-identified Christians make...
So these people, you got to always take their word for things, okay? We've been teaching that the universe is teeming with light, all right? We know this because our great king said he's preparing many mansions for us, many domains for us, all right? They say he's in the heavens. Okay, so all of these galaxies, all of these uncharted territories in the heavens, all right, we're going to be the ones. We're the guardians of the galaxies, okay? Esau can only go so far. He just have dominion of the planet Earth for a little season, like the Revelation, the 20th chapter say. All right, but look what his eyes is set on. All right, his eyes is set on the big prize. Okay, look at the difference between how he think and our people think. Okay, what his eyes is set on, nothing's wrong with that. Okay, he's in his right mind. Now what it is, wherever he go, he's gonna destroy. He's a destroyer. He's down there destroyed this earth. All right, the water's tainted, the ocean's all fucked up, got whales and shit beaching themselves, birds falling out of the air, you know. Wherever he go, he destroys it. He's a great waster. Look at these plants down here. You got 24 hours of pollution and poison going into the atmosphere every day, all day. All right. Down here in Baton Rouge, you have miles and miles of plants. You go to New Orleans, well, what's that little city before you get to New Orleans? La Place is just nothing but plants. All right, so and all up and down the Mississippi River, you have nothing but plants. Okay, and you have nothing but that pollution and all of that smog, all that bullshit just going up in the atmosphere. All right, this guy destroys the fucking earth. Okay, so now he has his eyes set on going in the universe and polluting it, defiling it. Okay.
Up 63% of the U.S. population in 2021. The Pew Research Center found that's down from 75% a decade ago. The move follows a recently unveiled defense legislation.
Now, did you hear that? They say that that's staggering. Let's listen to that again. Let's listen to that again. Listen to what she's about to say.
Self-identified Christians make up 63% of the U.S. population in 2021. The Pew Research Center found that's down from 75% a decade ago. The move follows
Salakia about that. I thought she said 3%. All right, but yeah, as you can see, the people are leaving the Christian church, man. The only people that's in the Christian church is so-called black women for the most part when it comes to our nation. The man has left, all right? When you go to these churches, the only men in there are beta males. The only reason they're there is because they're following their women, all right? Everybody sees the scam. It's a money racket. And these poor pimps are some of the wickedest people you will meet in your life, all right? And I was raised in the Christian church from birth, and my last leg in there, I'm talking about before I even came to the faith, I was like around 24, and I say this is bullshit. I seen the wickedness when I woke up to the point where, all right, men are more logical. We deal with reason, and I was at a church, and and I wasn't even enlightened by the truth yet. I seen something that happened in the church. I used to see people cheating. Heard rumors that the pastor was fucking certain women in the church. And then when you look at the dynamics between them and that woman, you can really tell that they had chemistry. All right. These are the things I started seeing. So I know how most men think. Then you'll hear the rumors, and then you'll see some rumors materialize. Okay. Well, this guy is messing with this woman's wife. Now the people are divorced, and then the rumor that they were messing around, now they're married. So the rumor was true the whole time. Okay. But this is something I saw, and this is getting off a topic, but I gotta bring it out. This is something I saw when I was in Christianity that made me get out of Christianity and didn't give a fuck about it no more. Then that's how I ended up in the Egyptology. I stopped in Egypt before I came to the truth. And I was in Illuminati shit, but I was done with church. And then I bumped into the Hebrew Israelites coming out of Egypt spiritually. Before I bumped into Zabak on YouTube, I stopped in Egypt. Okay, but this the point. I was in this church, and when I was a diehard Christian, and I wasn't no Bible thump. I read my Bible. That's why when I came to the faith, just like the basics for reading Genesis to Nehemiah, knowing the history, I had that down pat, because you could read that, a lot of those scriptures literally, okay? Because I read my Bible as a Christian. So it had a case in the church where a man and a woman was married, all right? And the woman would come tell the pastor all her fucking business, all right? And the guy, I remember, he used to get mad because she would always run to the church. And I think the guy was just a regular man. I think he was the type that laid down law. I don't know if he was beating her, but I know he laid down law. I done seen him talk firm to her before, all right? The next thing I knew, the pastor had a bunch of properties, all right, because they get rich off the congregation. Everybody in the church poor, and he's having all these properties. He done took the woman and put her on one of his properties and told the man if he come to see his wife, he was calling the police on him. And I was like, that shit wrong. All right? A man has dominion over his wife. You're jumping in this man's affairs. Take his woman and put her on your property and tell that man if he come to see his wife that you're going to call the cops. So you didn't just totally broke up their household, all right? And that's when I was like, fuck this shit. I got the fuck out, all right? And that's what happened with most men. That's why most men are not in the church. They see certain things. Most men deal with logic and reason, and you see it's just not right. All right, but back to the regular scheduled program. I got off. The spirit took me there when I seen that that the percentage of the people that are in the church is going down. All right, it's descending. Most people are not in the church. It went from 75% last year to 63% this year. Okay.
Recently unveiled defense legislation that would require teams of Pentagon and intelligence community experts to rapidly respond to military UFO sightings and conduct field investigations.
All right. So, as you can see right now, when they see military, when they see UFOs, all right, the Pentagon, and all right, and they already know, NASA already know that their technology is prehistoric compared to the chairs, all right. When they bring it when they bring clips like this to the civilians, they lubing up the civilians. This has been going on since the 60s, all right. The government knows that they can't deal with the technology of the UFOs. They've been having these big ass telescopes. They've been seeing them appear, reappear. They have a lot of guys in the Air Force say that these chariots have came right up next to them. They were 10 times faster. They didn't follow the laws of physics and gravity. All right, so they know these things. They're just bringing certain information to the public to get the public ready to start seeing UFOs everywhere. All right, that's all this is about. They've been dealing with this since the 50s, 40s, okay?
Well, this is pretty interesting. I've always thought that this is one of the reasons, people's belief in religion was one of the reasons why the government never would talk about possible life on other planets for the longest time, just because religion is a great means of controlling populations, keeping people in line. There's a lot of legislation that's based around religious belief.
You see, now they're coming out. The devil's coming out telling you the fucking truth. All right? That's why they uh 1 Timothy 4:1 say, in the last days, people will give heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. All right? This doctrine, that plantation doctrine, that seminary doctrine, was used to put people in society in subjection, for people to conform to society and its rules and regulations. All right? The scriptures give you much liberty. It's supposed to make you free, according to John 8:32. But modern day Christianity puts you in bounds, chains, and fetters mentally. All right, it synchronizes with the government, and she's telling you the truth. All right, when you get this doctrine of life, what does it do? It uh it disconnects you from the matrix. All right, it disconnects you from society. It frees you. All right, but modern day Christianity yokes you with society, okay?
So kind of interesting that now, I mean, I don't know how people would react.
Well, capitalism is doing a good enough job controlling populations now that you can probably let in the kind of the idea of alien life. And
man, look at that devilish grin on the guy on the right, man. If Esau ain't the devil, who you tell me who is? Look at that smirk, that devilish smirk on that nigga face, man. The guy on the right side.
Or not it leads to Christianity crumbling or not, it doesn't have any implication for the control of the population.
All right, in these last days, then there's going to be no more need for religion. All right, that's why they're going to outlaw the Bible, okay? Religion and Christianity has done what they needed to do, because now they're about to bring in this totalitarian society governed by draconian laws, all right? And you can only think the way what they want you to think, all right? That Bible, all right, these scriptures puts a monkey wrench in their plan. So now they're about to outlaw it. They don't need Christianity no more, all right? They don't need it no more, all right? So they about to outlaw it. They about to even outlaw the pagan Christianity that people are participating in, because the Bible is going to be outlawed in the coming days, okay? Anybody found with a Bible is going to get put to death.
What the guy's saying is right, that it would not be hard, I think, to kind of absorb into a Christian theology the idea of extra life.
That it will certainly not be hard to absorb into a capitalist theology being the wrong word here, alien life. We'll trade with them. We'll trade with them. There'll be an exchange of technology and
go to war with them.
That would not be part of capitalism. We don't want to go to war with people in capitalism.
You see. Now look, man. Hold on. Let me get a scripture. These devils, they say go to war with them. This is in their nature. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 10:13. The beginning of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness. All right. These people are talking about trading with the people. What makes you think in the quasars, any life outside of Earth, they're gonna look at the planet Earth, see the pollution coming up, seeing how you're destroying your Earth? What makes these people think anyone is gonna want to deal with them? Hypothetically speaking, if any entity that's out there will want to deal with them, the way they see that they're taking care of their own eminent domain, all right? That's why, this devil's pride, let me get that, has deceived him, man. This devil, that's the only thing in his mind. He lives by the sword. All right. Once anybody with a brain see how you're living and dealing with your house, they're not going to want to bring you to their planet. They're not going to want to deal with you. Okay. And what is Esau going to want to do? He's going to want to go to war. This is Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee, that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks. All right. Well, let's trade with them. They're not going to want to trade with you fucking pieces of shit. And when they don't want to trade with you and your words that are smoother than butter don't work on them, all right? That waters in your heart going to come out, all right? That's what was going to happen if you could hypothetically speak, if the Most High was to permit this devil to go into quasars and bumping into intelligent life. All he's going to do is try to use his missiles to subdue the people, put his flag on their property. That's what he does. All right? But this is where he's met his bully. This is where he met the one that's going to take him down. All right, he's seen all of this technology with the chariots. He knows that there's extraterrestrial life. All right, and he's going to try to go to war with them. And this is where he's going to get subdued because of his pride. He knows that these chariots and this technology is 1,000 times greater than theirs, but in his heart, he's deceived. The pride of their heart have deceived them that dwell in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that said in hearts, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right? They've seen these chariots, they've been in their F-20s, tried to catch them, they've shot at them, done everything with them, and see they can't deal with them, but their pride of their heart has deceived them, man. Okay?
Go to war with them?
That would not be part of capitalism. We don't want to go to war with people in capitalism.
I guess it would. It would be definitely part of capitalism. There's a lot of money in war. Big industry.
More in trading.
And like when he's talking about capitalism, there's not a war in the capitalists. All these capitalist countries have went to other people's countries and subdued them and took their and robbed them and spoiled them. All right, hold up. See that's this devil. This is how he gets down, man. All right. All those smooth words. We want to trade. We don't want to go to war. But that's what you do. That's what the fuck you do. Talking about we coming in peace, capitalists coming in peace. No, that's not what you do. This is Psalms chapter 36:1, and it reads, to the chief musician and psalm of Dawadah, the servant of Yahweh Shema Shai, the transgression of the wicked said within my heart that there's no fear of the Most High before his eyes. For he flattered himself in his own eyes, and to his iniquity be found to be hateful. Now, this guy is talking about capitalism doesn't want war, but all capitalist states have always went and subdued people and robbed people and put people in a position of servitude. That's a lie. If the people didn't want to trade with them, do business and commerce with them, what did they do next? They came and occupied the people. So that's a lie. He's flattering himself in his own eyes, but his iniquity is there. All right? He devised mischief upon his bed. All right? Once he come and his persuasion doesn't work on a nation, all right? His manipulation don't work on a nation. All right? His deceit don't work. All right? Then he shows his horns and just come in and bomb them. He have left off to be wise and to do good, okay? He devised mischief on his bed. He set up himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil, all right? And then when you look at this guy talking about capitalism, he's talking about if capitalism is all about peace, all right, and equity and equality, all right, he's lying. He's flattering himself. He know fucking well capitalist countries are warmongers. Okay?
Capitalism. There's a lot of money in war. Big industry.
More in trading. No, killing people and blowing things up is economically wasteful. We don't want to do that. We want countries
not when you go blow them up and then you take control of their land, all right? And then you are in control of all of their resources. You see, that shit works on dumb niggers, dumb Americans. When you go in a country, war is big business. Once you subdue them, now you have them paying you tribute and you're in control of all of their natural resources. Shit, that was worth it. You've occupied them and all of their riches come to you. You see, but that's what the devil do. He's a sly fox.
McDonald's don't go to war with each other. This is a plainly developed...
Well, that is a slogan, but yes. But I think Lenin's essay on kind of capitalism and imperialism would apply to other planets as well. That is plenty of that capitalism just
and that's what he's talking about when talking about John Lennon. He's saying this is what America does. They're capitalists. They go subdue people, and imperialism. Let's get the definition of imperialism. That means you can go anywhere and put your flag wherever you go and say you're the ruler. All right, but I don't want to vain jangle the definition. Let's get the the definition of imperialism. That's what America do. That's what capitalist countries do. All right. A policy of extended countries' power and influence through diplomacy or military force. All right. And this is what capitalism, imperialism, they're all one and the same, man. They synchronize. This is what America does. All right. They go to these countries, try to do things through diplomacy. When diplomacy don't work, they bring military force and they take over and they push their power over those people. This is what America does, man. That's what they was over there doing in Vietnam. That's what they done in Hawaii, Australia. All right, that's what the so-called white man does. All right, let's get another scripture. And that's what they want to do. They want to go in space and do now. All right. That's what their heart is. They want to go and conquer space, conquer the cosmos. All right, but that's not going to happen. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 2. All right. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in their power, the power of their hand. And they covet fields. See, they covet people's properties. All right. What does scripture say? Thou shalt not covet, man. No, you shouldn't cover your brother's ass, so on and so forth, and take them by violence. All right, this is the way of the so-called white man, capitalism, imperialism, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, and that's what they're talking about. They're laughing and joking about doing it on other planets. Okay, but this is what Yahweh Shema Bashar says about the enterprise to go to other planets. All right. This is Jeremiah 14 and Salakia, Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. All right. The Most High controls him. All right. The Most High controls how far he can go and how long he can rule. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Bashar that he's not going to have control of the planet Earth much longer. Okay? He's not going to be ruled. The little power that he got on the planet Earth, he's about to lose it. Okay?
Has to kind of expand.
Yes, the famously non-war making Soviet Union. Yes.
No, they were not as expansionist as the capitalist countries were.
He's telling the truth right here.
And if you think about the communist sphere, but either China or USSR versus the U.S. and Europe, which driven by capitalism, which one?
Yeah, all right. Because when you go to Jamaica, that's I've been to Jamaica. That's like a British colony. They drive on the other side of the road. They had like the British regalia down there. You go to Australia, all right. Japheth ruled and lived, all right? You got that British vibration there. You go to the Virgin Islands, you got the American vibration there, all right? So Great Britain and America has more territories than Russia. I don't even, aside from Russia losing its territories of the USSR, and they trying to get the Ukraine back and all those little places they lost, I don't know of any USSR territories, Russia territories, all right? China pushing its communism across the planet. It's these capitalist countries that go and subdue people and take their lands and put their flags in India. Dubai is under British rule, okay? That's why that guy, that Prince of Dubai has to pay his bitch so many millions or billions of dollars because he's governed by the so-called white man's laws, all right? Great Britain, a capitalist country, okay? But they're saying communism is demonized and capitalism is the way to go and democracy and diplomacy is the way to go. But those are the ones that do the most hurt and destroy more countries, all right, under the guise of peace, okay? It's full of shit.
Ideology is pushed beyond its borders.
I would would disagree that it's driven by capitalism. I mean, I would encourage our countries to be more capitalist, but like capitalism involves not initiating force against other people, but trading with them voluntarily.
See, that's lies. And when they don't want to trade with you bitches voluntarily, you go take their shit. And if they did want to trade with you, you manipulate them. You break treaties. You make a deal with them, and then you stick them in the back. You fucking devil. See, niggas like I want him to be in my I want him as my slave. This guy right here, I want him as my slave. I want him personally.
Like, literally, if you're doing this, you're not doing capitalism.
It's driven by a need to keep a high rate of return. Like that's
we don't
impulse.
know. We don't know if the aliens are capitalist, first of all. But secondly,
see the guy with the glasses is telling the most truth out of all of them. And then the guy without the glasses, he's been even though all of them are devils, he's been the most subtle. He's in the spirit of Esau to the max. When you're looking at this other guy, he's talking about capitalism brings peace, it brings trade, business and commerce, all right? And we don't want war, all right? He's in the spirit of a fucking Edomite, talking all that peace shit. When as soon as they don't get what they want, they destroy everyone, all right?
If they were the ones showing up here, my guess is we're not the imperialists in this particular scenario.
Come, see, they're showing up here. The chariots are showing over here, violating their airspaces. All right, manipulating their satellites. They're here. Y'all bitches are the ones that's being occupied now. See, they telling the truth right there. The chariots are here. They've been seen here violating your airspaces. All right, then when you send your F-16s and your F-20s up there to deal with them, they can't deal with them. All right, that's the beautiful thing. You're the ones getting hunted now. The chariots, let's get it. Let's see what the chariots are here to do. What the fuck are they doing? All right, this is Zechariah 5 verse 1, and it reads. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, all right? And you see the chariot, all right? What they call a flying saucer. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. It was huge. Then he said to me, this is the curse, all right? See, this is a curse. When somebody comes and occupy your country and take over, that's a curse. This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the earth. For everyone that stealeth, all right? Did not these devils steal America? Did they steal the whole Western Hemisphere from the natives of this land? Shall be cut off as one on the side according to it. And one that sweareth, and she shall be cut off as on the other side. They swore to the Indians, they so-called Indians. They made pacts with the Indians and broke their treaties, okay? All right? And I will bring forth in the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. All right? These are what these chariots are here for. To come destroy you, to enter into your house, you fucking thief. All right? You won't be able to get a chance to go in the heavens and go thieve from the life that's teeming out there. And into the house of him that swear falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. All right, that's what the chariots are here in this atmosphere. While we could, a lot of times, we see them all throughout the year. The last 2 years, I've seen so many chariots floating in the heavens. I show my sons. I be with most of the time I see them. I'm with the Akim. All right, we've seen so many chariots till it's getting regular now. Okay, it's just like, all right, they go a chariot, brother. Kal halal yahba shema shah, But what are they here for? All right, they're here to watch over us, protect the elect, Lord willing, we're in that righteous number, and they're here to destroy this bitch, man. Fuck, that's what they're here for, to occupy you motherfuckers.
We're not the ones able to jump on ships.
And then they're not here to occupy. This isn't an occupation. They're not here to occupy. They're here to destroy it, all right? Because America's going to be destroyed. It's not going to be occupied, all right? It's not going to be domesticated. It's not going to be taken over. It's going to be utterly destroyed.
the other way around. So, but meanwhile, NASA's James Webb Telescope successfully launched into orbit on Christmas Day after 30 years of developments and delays. According to NASA, the initiative is a revolutionary flagship mission to seek the light from the first galaxies in the early universe and to explore our own solar system, as well as planets orbiting other stars called exoplanets. Here's the trailer for that.
We have uncovered wonders undreamt by our ancestors who first speculated on the nature of those wandering lights in the night sky. We've crossed the solar system and sent ships to the stars. But we continue to search. We can't help it. A central element of the human future lies far beyond the Earth. If we crave some cosmic purpose, then let us find ourselves a worthy goal.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Esau, to you elites, whoever made that little clip, we had the same dream, goals, and aspirations. Because that's exactly what I want. I want to go in those cosmos. I want to travel through those galaxies. All right? That's what the elect want. We want to do that. See that show he just put on? Using his graphics, all right? His performing arts, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. That's what we want to do, all right? All those Milky Ways and galaxies and planets, all right? When I look at that, hey, I want that too, all right? And see, that comes with the blessing. They want the blessing back, and we have the blessing. That's why we doing our due diligence to make our call and election sure, so we could get up there. We could travel through those wormholes. We could go up there and explore, man, the heavens, our Heavenly Father's creation, man. That thing there, boy, I like that little piece right there. But when it comes to him, this is the spirit he's in. This is him. All he want to do is go up there and fuck shit up. This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yeah, also because he transgressing by wine philosophy, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell. See, he has his eyes set on the heavens. All right, our domain. Everything is ours. Everything was created for our king and by our king. And our king say he's going to let his brothers rule and be joint heirs, all right? The other nations, the numbers of the other nations were created according to the number of the sons of Israel, according to Deuteronomy 32, the 32nd chapter, the 8th verse, man. All right? All of this is ours, all right? Who enlarges his desire as hell. See, he's enlarging his desire as hell because he want that blessing back. He's not going to get it. And it's as death, all right? And if he did go up there, all he's going to do is go up there and kill and bring death to the planets, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heap of him to all people. And that's where he got his eyes set on the heavens. Let me get another one. This is all he's capable of doing right now. If hypothetically speaking, if he was able to go up there, this is all he would do. Revelation 6 and 3. And when he opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, talking about Esau, all right, the nation of Esau. And a power was given him that set up on it to take peace from the earth. That's as far as you're going to go, you bitch. That's as far as you're going to go. You're not going no further than this earth, man. Your little NASA satellites that you got up there, that's as far as you go. The Most High is giving you the dominion of the earth for a season to bring the nations up to Armageddon, according to Revelation 20th chapter. All right, to manipulate, go to see the earth for a season, manipulate the kings of the earth to bring them all to Armageddon. All right, that's it. The Most High is giving you a time to take peace from the earth, usher in World War III. That's what you were raised up for. And so the Most High could show his power through taking your ass down, motherfucker. That's why he didn't let you get so great and so big, man. When the peoples of the earth see how the Most High bring your ass down, that's going to make people fear him and glorify him and worship him. You living out a movie script, bitch. And that they should kill one another, and they were giving to him a great sword, all right? A sword is an instrument of death, so that's the spirit he in, all right? The so-called blessing that Isaac gave him, he told him you'll live by the sword, so wherever he go, only he could bring death, destruction. He don't add to life, all right? Nothing prospers in his hands. Wherever he go, he kills, he destroys, he pollutes, all right? He brings roaches and rats and mice and disease and pestilence, okay? That's what he would do if he did have the liberty to go to these other planets. It would be an all-out war with whatever life he bumped into out there. It would be all-out fucking war, and he would go up there trying to colonize people and turn where the people where he's going into homosexuals. That's what he would do. Okay, so with that, I'm going to give infinite honors to my Heavenly Father, my great King. All right? Yahweh Shema Shah. I'm going to give double honors to my teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shah. Kwame Asharala, bye-bye.